Hi, my name's Kevin Simmons. I am the inventor of the AutoGraph ball. And the AutoGraph ball, it's a brand new device that kids can use and adults likewise. It's for collectors. And the way that it works is you take a baseball card. It's a special card holder in there. It has an open face. As you can see, there's an autographed Elvis baseball card right there. And I'm going to introduce you to the young man that got this autograph using this very autograph ball. So what you do is you lock the card in. It pops in there, and the autograph can be signed. The Sharpie fits right inside of the top of the hole, and so you have a concise unit that people can use to get autographs. It's really cool. So we're going to introduce you to Grady Norcross and his mom, Christy Norcross, and I met them in spring training of 2020. Right before we were lucky enough to both go before the quarantine hit. And that's where I met Grady. And so, Grady, why don't you go ahead and tell the story about how this guy just walked up to you and handed you this thing, and then tell your story. What happened?
So we were at spring training 2020. I was just hoping to get a ball signed by pretty much anyone. So there's this other guy that walks up to us. His name was Randy. He tells us that there's everyone's going to come from the batting cage and sign there. And so we go over there. I get in line. There's probably, 5 people in line. I get at the back of the line. People come around. I get them to sign my ball. And then 2 players and a guy that's driving them come up on me.
It was
Elvis Andrus
and Guzman.
Yeah.
The first baseman.
And so they come up on a golf cart, and I come in there with my ball, and I hand them my ball. He signs it. And then I walk away, and I'm like, I got Elvis Andrus. And then a random guy walks up to me. He hands me this thing, and he's like, can you get him to sign it, please? And so I respond, I can try. And I try and get into the line. There's about 3 kids trying to hand him a ball, and I think 1 kid trying to hand him a hat. And he goes right for the baseball autograph thing.
Hey, we actually got video of that. Would you like to see it?
Oh, that'd be cool.
Mom, is it okay if can we show it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, great.
Yes. Oh, there it is.
There we go.
Hey, there's Elvis right there. Yeah, I think I'm off in the background at that point.
Yeah.
I'm standing off to the side going, oh, please, oh, please.
He gets both of those balls.
There you are. Hey, there you are.
It, and
That's your hand, Grady?
Yeah, and there's another kid right there next to me with his ball.
Thank you, Elvis.
And he goes straight for it.
One last signature, and it was yours.
And
That's
then he
so
starts
cool.
driving away. Yeah.
That's so cool. So, I mean, the thing worked, right? You're able to walk right up to him, and in your memory, you were like, man, I was in line with 5 people. Grady, there's about 25 people standing around there trying to get Elvis's autograph. There's a lot of folks there. And in the audio, could you hear them where the gentleman that's driving the golf cart says,
said 1 more signature or something.
right? So he literally says only 2 more. In Elvis's eyes, they went and they locked right in on the autograph ball in your hand. And as soon as when he saw that thing, and he knew exactly what to do with it too, right? He took it.
Yeah, he just kind of took it. He took the marker out and he signed it.
Signed it and then handed it back. And I was really excited because you got your autograph, I got an autograph, and it was proof positive that this thing, it works, right? Do you think that maybe, why do you think it worked? Because maybe it looked different and it got his attention? What do you think?
Yeah, it's just different from the average object that you give someone. Like usually people say, can you sign my hat? Can you sign this baseball? But you come in with a autograph ball that's, already set up for you, and you don't even have to touch the marker from the hand or anything.
Grady, was that your first time to go to spring training?
We had went before, but it basically was because we didn't know what we were doing.
It was the first trip for the Cactus League, but we had gone to Florida the year before and didn't obtain any signatures. We didn't even know how to do this, basically.
Oh, wow.
Being up close and personal with the players really can inspire even a woman to fall in love with baseball all over again.
Absolutely.
I think as a mom, I learned pretty quickly who in the crowd knew who all the players were, because when they're practicing, they don't wear their names on their jerseys. And so you have to know their faces. And
There's
Randy,
the two grandmas, too.
oh yeah, those grandmas, they knew exactly what. Oh my gosh.
The cookie lady.
These two women knew exactly who was who. They knew their life history. They knew where they grew
Like
up.
ABD. That.
Oh yeah, they knew the story about ABD. Yes. But you could tell Randy, no, it wasn't Randy. There was another
There was another guy that was there.
that taught us etiquette on asking for an autograph too. Because there's
Like for what's his name? Garcia.
yes, he taught us the Spanish phrase to ask for the autograph.
Do you remember it?
No.
Oh, no.
I can't remember it now.
I can't remember it now, but yes, it's so that it's about asking, can you throw
First name, can you throw a toss up or something?
can you toss up please, and like you said, not doing it, not interrupting their play, their training, their relationship with their colleagues, and catching them at that moment. And I think that's why Grady was able to get some signatures, because we learned the etiquette early on. And therefore, some people can be obnoxious about it. And, they're at work. I wouldn't want someone coming to my work and yelling at me either. So, but I think probably what was so cool is that they had pulled up the golf cart at that moment where you videoed, and the manager was saying absolutely no signatures, only kids, only children, only kids. And of course there's these guys with these books and cards and, fancy stuff, and here's Grady and I with our ball that's been signed by every single Texas Ranger at this point.
Basically.
And,
That's cool.
they were there for the kids. They were there to inspire all of us. So I didn't realize the part was magnetic. The holder, the card holder.
It's really interesting. So it isn't magnetic, but what it is, what we did is we engineered into it right into the base where the bottom of the card fits in. We engineered it so that it has these, they look like speed bumps, right? And so there's just enough room on each side for a card to go in, and maybe you can hear it lock.
Yes.
Could you hear it lock?
It just went and it locked, yeah.
Yeah. And so it doesn't, you can toss it and throw it, and it, the card stays in there, and it's cut open there. The facing is open so that the player can autograph the card. What if someone were able to take the time and they went through all of the major league teams and they created a spreadsheet that you could print off and carry with you? You could fold it up, put it in your pocket, or maybe you could take it and you could see if I've got one here. Maybe you could tape it inside of your baseball card holder. Can you see where it has it's maybe a poor picture, but it has the number, the player's numbers there.
Right.
It has the player's name right there. It has, what else have we got there? Oh, the position. Because how the position, like when the pitchers in surprise, all the pitchers go to that great big football field and they do all their running and throwing, and then they sign autographs afterwards. So if they had it color-coded by position so that you knew, okay, all the blue ones, that's a pitcher. And also by their weight and height and their age and what hand they throw with, because sometimes guys have beards. Like when we met, I didn't have a beard.
Right.
We've got this thing going right now. We're doing who can grow the best beard during the quarantine period. So I'm trying to win that. But do you think that would be a fun thing to have if you could go to the autographball.com website and pick your favorite team, whatever teams you're going to go see for spring training, and download and print, have an actual printout of the player and their numbers, so you didn't miss out on a chance to get an autograph?
That would be very useful for getting autographs.
We'll do that. I'll make those available. I really appreciate your time and coming on and talking with me and putting your studies aside, which are very important. Putting your studies aside for an hour for me, so that we can talk about your experience out there and allow you to see for the very first time that video of you getting Elvis Andrus's autograph, which was so cool. And what we're also going to do once the season begins, I think we're going to do another card giveaway. And that very card that you got signed, we're going to put that up for another giveaway. So there'll be, and also you're going to get yourself a complimentary autograph ball. And what you won't have the prototype like what you saw out there in spring training. You're going to have the finished product. So it's going to be, it's a lot better. It's a lot better than the prototype that you used, but it's still the same dimensions and idea.
The prototype was good.
Oh, you liked it? Did you? Okay.
I'm telling you, everybody at that stadium, when we were standing around at that practice, when you said there's probably 25 people, most that one day that we were there, everybody was like, do you see that guy over there with that baseball, that card thing?
What are we talking about?
Yeah, we were talking about you before you actually walked up to Grady. So
tell me about that.
We were.
So we were like, wow, that's neat. I've never seen that before.
There were many people that were having a side conversation about your device, your baseball autograph device.
Thank y'all so much for doing this for me. I appreciate it. And again, it's for going on for me and doing all this. I can see his eyes starting to glaze over. He's getting tired. But for doing it for me, I'm going to send you one of these things, okay?